Alright folks, this is probably the final video I'll make of my Redcat ground pounder 4x4 monster truck. This is extensively modified. I've made a few more modifications since the last video. Basically the only thing that is stock is the transmission, the chassis and the gearboxes. Everything else is new. I even got a new radio for it, which is this Futaba 4PLS, which is just a great radio and comes at a nice price, $180. The receiver started glitching. The original receiver, the Redcat receiver, was glitching. It was having steering problems, and I know it was the receiver. So if you have that problem, you may need a new receiver. The other things that are updated here, I went with some Tactic ultra high torque steering servos, which you can see here, and a Kimbrough Servo Saver. The stock ground pounder does not have a Servo Saver in front or rear, and that's asking for trouble. And of course I have a new body. This is a Proline F250 body made for solid axle monster trucks. Previously I showed this truck off with an old Clodbuster body, which was nice, but really I wanted something new befitting this new truck. The Clodbuster body has gone back on my modified Clodbuster, which I'll probably be making a video of soon. This is a really nice body. I used some Tamiya metallic blue paint with some black backer. I did pretty extensive masking to get that silver toolbox or chrome toolbox, the black bed. The only problem is I used kind of the wrong silver paint, which was a little bit of a mistake. I just could not source a Lexan chrome paint, and I wanted a chrome look. Anyway, this is acrylic paint, which is kind of appealing. But I wanted to point out a couple other things about this truck, and that is that now that this is upgraded with brushless power and these big tires and heavy axles, it started ripping off the four links. All right, so these the four link suspension, the ball ends on here actually started pulling, like ripping, breaking apart or warping. They're not just they're entry-level parts, and they were not made for high torque, high weight applications. I've actually picked up this kit. This is from Crawford Performance Engineering. It uses Dubro Monster Duty ball ends and some aluminum links. I've not installed it yet because first I bought some new Redcat parts and I've run out. I just bought it because it was cheap and I wanted a quick fix. But they will not last. So as these Redcat parts continue to break apart during use, I am going to exchange them, upgrade them to these Crawford Performance Engineering parts. The other reason I didn't upgrade these yet is because you actually need to buy some conical washers as well, which this kit didn't come with. Alright, so I'm going to just show one more kind of demo of what this truck can do. Remember, it's got a 2400 kilovolt Castle Creations 10 scale motor, but it's an extended can, a 550 size can, so it's got a ton of torque. It is geared pretty low. It's actually slightly lower than stock gearing, so it's made for torque. It has a top speed of 16 miles per hour, according to my GPS. But more importantly, it is just great at scaling some pretty steep inclines. So I'm going to show you what it can do here. Let me grab my radio. I'm going to go into this drainage ditch here, and you're going to see that it can scale some pretty steep stuff. Let me try. I got to get a little bit more speed. Well, the ground is pretty wet here. There you go. It's been snowing here. It's melting, so it's not getting great traction, but it did make it up there with a little extra speed. Note that I'm also running an axial headlight set. In this bright sunlight, it's hard to see. It's not really made for this truck, but I kind of jerry-rigged it to work. I've got front and rear, and one of the things I did was when I painted this body, I had the intention of doing those lights. So I masked off the front and rear light buckets on the body so that it would give me space. Oh boy, there you go! Nice move. Not quite making it up that steep incline. Come on there. That's some pretty steep stuff there. So yeah, I wanted to kind of, I love the look of headlights much more than say fog lights on these bodies. I think it gives it that scale appearance. So I did plan ahead when I painted this body. So you can see here, I did mask off this section. The lights unfortunately don't really stay put the way I have them here, but there you go. You kind of have some lights behind the body, and I've got some, I actually used the stickers here. It's really hard to see in the bright daylight, but I actually have red lights behind the body, and although the stickers here, behind it is clear plastic because I masked off those tail lights. Can't see it in the bright sunlight, but it does have tail lights, and I think it looks pretty cool at night. So that's pretty much it. I just wanted to do this series of videos to give people some tips on how to upgrade the Redcat ground pounder, which is a fairly entry-level monster truck with a lot of potential, into something that is really kind of a different truck altogether. This easily beats my Clodbuster in terms of maneuverability and ability and incline climbing ability. These 6-pack tires just have tremendous traction. Yes, I know they're not quite scale, but they work a lot better than the Chevron styled tires. So here we go. No problem at all getting up there. And these tires just have so much traction, even on this melting snow here. So I'm just really pleased with this. I think that this truck has a lot of potential. So if you buy it and you want to upgrade it, you can do it. That is a little too steep. Come on. Nah, can't get over that curb there. So thanks for watching this series, and if you have a Redcat ground pounder or you're thinking about buying one, I think it's a wise purchase, and just know that there's a lot of things you can do to it to make it better. Alright, one last look. I wanted to show you the lights that are in the garage now. You can see those front lights shining through, and I'm going to show you those rear lights. I wish they stayed in place a little bit better when you're bouncing around, but you can see what I did there. I've got red lights behind the Lexan, shining through the red lights, and they're shining through the red stickers that the truck body comes with. And I masked off those light buckets when I was painting so that the light could really shine through, and I kind of like the look. I really like that look. So anyway, that's it, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.